Well, hello everyone, and welcome to Hogarth's Global Astrology. Know your planets, or know yourself, know your nation, know yourself. All right, tonight we have a very special show for you, except one of our guests is missing.
We've tracked him down. You can run, but you can't hide.
We've tracked him down. So tonight, folks, might be a one-off. Well, let's see how it goes. But tonight we are going to be a 5-person show tonight. Nina won't be able to join us next week, so it's all a bit juggling.
It's all a juggle.
But such is life. Life is full of changes. So we are expecting Dave Moonrder to be joining us soon. Lena's just been on the dog and bone to him and just having a chat just to see, where he's going. And because he lives in exactly, because he lives in Adelaide, and Adelaide, if you could let us know, Lena, has like a half-hour difference between
it and the rest of the eastern states. Because it's in the middle of Australia at the bottom, where that bight is out of the country.
Yeah.
So it's in the middle of the east coast and the west coast.
I think he's here right now. Oh, where's he gone? I just saw him. He's just vanished. Oh my God! Literally, I just saw Dave. I scrolled down, Dave. Oh heavens! Anyway, right, while David is sorting himself out, over here to my side, of course, we have Lady G Tarot. Diagonally down here, we have, of course, Sheila is here with some beautiful purple lighting in the background, which is sort of matching my top a little bit, I'm feeling.
At least
and then down under, we have Dave. Oh, and here we go. Now we're going to add a 5th to the stage. I don't even know how this is going to look, folks, because I've never done 5 before, but let's see. Oh!
Yeah. I've actually been backstage a couple of minutes. I don't know why it didn't let you in.
Bless. Yeah. Well, Dave, thank you so much for joining. No problem. Thanks.
I was hearing you speak about Adelaide, always half an hour off. It just, it is
in so many ways.
Indeed. So we were just
to make fun of Australia. It's the thing to make fun of Adelaide, by the way, in Australia. So sorry to interrupt you.
Oh, really?
Your audio's not clear. Can you turn it up a little bit or something?
Let's see. Well, we've already introduced you, Dave. So don't worry. We've told the audience about the half-hour difference, and that Lena gave you a buzz, and you were caught slightly on the hop. But not to worry. Okay. So everyone, welcome, of course, welcome to the show. This is the first time that we're doing a 5, so it was a bit difficult to know where to arrange everyone on the screen. And Dave, just so you know, Indeed. And Dave, just so you know, it's going to be a combination of 1-card pulls, which is something that we love to do on this channel. And of course, us being a 5 tonight, when we do pull 1 card each, we're actually getting a 5-card spread effectively. And each of us, we shuffle, we hide our card, and then we reveal after 3, just so you know. And then I've got 1 in here, which is going to be like a full card spread, which is where everyone can sort of like relax, spread their wings and go into it. I've got the questions here ready, some here on the back. And then as well, Dave, we also do a Shakespeare quote. Yeah. Shakespeare is one of the ways that we can say rude things about people we don't necessarily like without the YouTube algorithm taking my channel off the air. Indeed. And what I do is I flick through the book like this. This is the book. It's called Shakespeare, the Bard's Guide to Abuses and Affronts. And those of you that like to purchase the book, it's actually in the link. It's actually in the video description below. Many of you ask. And then I flick through the book and you just tell me where to stop. And wherever I stop, this is the Bard's opinion on said person. Yeah? All right. Ready to go?
Well, do I need tarot cards?
If you now, how do you normally do things? Because I was watching your channel a bit, and you do intuitive guide stuff as well. So I mean, if you have your tarot, that's great. But you can pick and mix as well. But yeah, grab your tarot if you have them.
I never read these live, but it will be fun to try it once.
All right. Go.
Also, what I think we've done before on this channel is you do the question and Dave just closes his eyes and says his thing.
Yeah, that can work as well. Whichever you feel most drawn to. Oh, he's got a deck.
Hours what I get. So whatever's most empowering is, I think, what we should do.
Oh, is that the Toth deck?
The top deck? Right. What do you mean?
The Aleister Crowley deck.
It is.
Yeah.
Fabulous. All right, so let's begin. Yeah, let's begin. What we'll do is I'll try and remember to take each person will get to start their answer, and I'm going to try and go in a cycle.
Yeah,
so
good luck.
Do Lady G first, then I'll do Sheila, then I'll do Lena, then Dave, and Lady G. I'm going to try and keep it going like that.
Yeah.
Correct me if I'm wrong. You guys know live TV, things can go funny. Right, so let's begin. So the show is going to be spanning, we're going to be going a bit to Britain, we're going to be going a bit to Russia, then a bit to Israel, and then some of the stuff on the US. And the last question is a really, really interesting one. We've not had this one before. I'm saving the best till last. All right, so question number one, this is our little warm-up question here. It's going to be a 1-card pull each. And Nick Minx has asked, she often gives a lot of questions, and shout out to her as well. We had a consultation today, but she's asking about this is about the UK, and she says France and the UK have introduced a deal to stop illegal boat crossings. Will this make a difference to the smugglers? Yeah, so we've got this concept of one in, one out. It seems to be a little bit up in the air, but will this make a difference to people traffickers?
So where was this? Where did you say this is taking place?
This is in the UK. Yeah, UK. So I'll just read it again. So France and the UK have introduced a deal to stop illegal boat crossings. Will this make any difference to the smugglers? Yeah.
Okay.
1-card pull. And we'll be starting with you, Lady G, and then Sheila, then Lena, then Dave.
Okay.
Smuggler, will this make any difference? And welcome to everyone joining us in the chat. Much appreciated. And then someone's saying, wow, full house tonight. Oh, sorry, you guys are ready. Oh, crikey, gosh, you guys are so quick. All right, there. Oh. All right. After 3. 1, 2, 3. Oh, so Lady G, how do you interpret your card?
Well, they're not liking the harvest that's coming, so perhaps it could help with it a bit. Yes.
So what does your card say? Because the screen is smaller now, so I can't see it. What does it say?
7 deniers.
Oh, right. The set. Okay, the set.
It's a French deck.
7 of Pentacles. All right, fabulous. Sheila, how do you interpret your card in regards to?
Well,
smugglers?
I do have the worry and the anxiety. So when you ask the question, is it going to stop them? Probably not. They're just going to find, how they do. They just find a better way to do it. However, it may be even 10 times more dangerous if they put a roadblock in. So I'm thinking it's just going to get more dangerous for those that are doing what they're doing. I mean, good, bad, or indifferent. The criminals, dangerous, okay, but the innocents, not so much. I don't like that.
And mine's the same as Sheila's in the sense in the dead of night, and that makes it harder to rescue people, and I don't like anything about it, really.
And Dave, what's your interpretation.
Pick this card. It's luxury. It's upside down. I'm not necessarily a tarot card reader. I kind of pick one and go with my gut, right? So I got to say, this whole thing saddens me. You know, there's nothing. It's not solving any problems. You know, it's almost like back in the days that we cared about people, it was a luxury, and somehow we're going to pass this law, and it's going to, you know, stop bad things from happening and smugglers from doing something. It seems just very Trumpian, very much. I'm not allowed to use such a word. It seems very much like just a sort of statement, a political statement. And I just, when I see this image, it just makes me feel bad for the people who are trying out for a better life. That's just the first feeling. I see them at night trying to go across, and the fear and pain and suffering of these people who, you know, didn't choose their government. I don't think it's going to benefit anyone. I just don't see it benefiting anyone. It's just a political move.
Wow. And finally, my card here, kind of really quite appropriate. Look, we look here, we get the Two of Wands. Twos are all about decisions, and wands, as you know, I associate with entrepreneurship and business. But the giveaway here, do you see the guy is holding the globe in his hands, and he's waiting to see, literally planning. This also talks about imports and exports. I think these are, in a way, are the gangs. I think like with you guys saying, they will just kind of like carry on making their plans. But also as well, what this says to me as well, this is also maybe a bit of a gimmick and a bit of a gesture by the leaders of France and the UK to try and say something. But for me, it's like it's got a big international element here. I think these gangs, apparently they go way beyond UK and France, and they operate out of countries that don't have the same treaties or law jurisdiction. So they'll probably just find another way. I think the smugglers will just look at it and be like, well, we can do this and that instead, type thing. So it's a bit sad, isn't it? Bless, it's sad, but yeah. I think
both legal immigration and illegal crossings always follow the old colonial pattern. So the ones who are coming by boat are from the old French colonies of Libya and Morocco and so forth. So, you know, the colonial pattern.
All right. So are we ready for the next question? Yeah. All right. So we'll do the next question, and then we'll bring in some of the audience as well. Many of you are here already. We're already up to 1,722. So thank you guys so much for joining us. And please if it's your first time here, or if you visited a few times, be sure to like and subscribe. It really helps the channel. All right. And it's much appreciated as well. All right. Let's go to question number 2. Now we're jumping in our esoteric aeroplane. And we are going to Russia. Let me just quickly say some thank yous as well. Thank you, Teresa Spriggs, so much. And thank you, Foggy, so much. Much appreciated. Okay, so Nick Minks again. She's contributed a few, but other people did manage to kind of get 1 or 2 questions in. So it's not all Nick. Anyways, so she says, after the earthquake, tsunami and volcanic eruption in Russia, was the nuclear sun base near there significantly damaged? Yeah, so this is a 1-card pull again. So was there damage to a nuclear facility after the earthquake, tsunami and volcanic eruptions and the like? 1-card pull. What's going on with Russia? Facilities. All right. Are we all ready? Okay. After 3. 1, 2, 3. All right. So this time, Sheila, you're going to be going first. Could you read out the card for me? Because your screen is smaller now. Sorry. I'm an old man.
It says Verge. And it says about to reveal or confess. So Verge. I'm thinking Verge. I my automatic answer to that was no. But I didn't realize that maybe they were close. Maybe there was something close by that we didn't realize or was stuck somewhere that they kind of worried about. But my first initial gut reaction was, I don't think so. I don't think it was damaged. So.
Yeah, we probably would have heard about it as well by now, wouldn't we? Lena, how do you interpret your card?
I think it's a bigger issue with the World card, because as you get more earthquakes anywhere, it has ripple effects. And so even if it wasn't that close in Russia, look what happened in Fukushima and stuff. So there's always repercussions down the track. This is the world here.
Right. Okay. Dave, what's your interpretation? What's your sense and feeling?
Well, I got the Tower card, which to me means it's kind of a yes and no. Not necessarily was it harmed in this way, but it seems like this is the beginning of a chain reaction of destruction. Yeah. And that is, it makes me think of Chernobyl, you know, and it may not necessarily have been the actual damage, but it just, all of these events seem to be indicative. Something's rotten and something's falling apart. And that's kind of what I feel about Russia in general. And it's just something, there's just bit by bit by bit by bit, something rotten. I don't necessarily know if this was the event, but it feels like an indicator of future events where Russia will be indeed sort of falling apart.
Lady G, how do you interpret your card? And if we could hold it
first. We're going in.
Okay. Oh, fine. Perfect. Well, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to click this up here because someone made a good point. So it says, coulda, woulda, shoulda says, hi, gang of 5. Squeezing all of you on the screen has made you smaller than usual. Some viewers are finding it more difficult to read your cards. Please, could you hold them closer to your camera? Yes, so please do. So here you are. You can see mine. And let's not forget to say the card as well for those that are listening. So mine is the 8 of Wands. And again, like this is a card that deals a lot with speed, rapidity. It can literally deal with things like emails, e-commerce, etc., all things flying through the sky. But the way I'm interpreting this is that this is just, I think this is a gathering pace of just difficult things for Russia in general. As you guys know, I've been talking about the astrology for ages, and I said when Saturn and Neptune are in conjunction with each other, which they currently are now and are going to be for months, is always historically very difficult for Russia. And they've had all sorts of things going on. They've had this earthquake, the tsunami. They've had a plague of antelope that have come and eaten all of the, fruits and vegetables and the seeds and grains. They've got the James Bond style, Mission Impossible style hit from Ukraine. It's been bad news, one thing after the other. So this says to me, it's like more sticks. It's like they're getting more beatings. When it will stop, we'll have to see. But that's my spin on that. Lady G, how do you interpret your card?
Well, I got the Death card, but underneath of it all, I got rapidly moving too. So that. I think that what's going on is something more is coming in, and this could have rocked it enough to get starting a crack in it or something, but something else is rapidly come in that's going to then cause the disaster.
Wow.
Because this is what happens with nuclear power plants. So a failing state like Russia can't afford to maintain them properly.
Right. But also as well, the sense I get with your card as well, that you're saying, Lady G, and all of us getting this kind of sense of momentum. It's almost like one thing happens after the other, seemingly separate events that kind of build pressure. So maybe there is this kind of cracking point in at some point in Russia. Very, very interesting. All right. Are we ready for the next question?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. So, and this is going to be our first Shakespeare of the night. And we are talking about a particularly nefarious person. But anyway, so once I read them out, then you'll see why. So Nick Minks again says, Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu's reported plan to, I think, reoccupy, I think she was supposed to say here, reoccupy Gaza has been met with some opposition in the Israel Defense Forces. Will this plan be stopped, or does the Riviera plan take a step forward? Yeah, so one card pull, and then we'll get some Shakespeare. Gosh, Netanyahu. Dreadful person.
And his son has been living the playboy life in the US, not in the army. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
All right. After 3, we'll see. 1, 2, 3.
Oh, I have to check. Oh, jeez.
Wow.
Mine is from the Noir deck.
Yeah.
And it says, I want to live.
Oh, wow. My goodness.
So
I mean,
that's
that's
obviously from the Palestinian perspective.
Wow.
Yeah. Gosh, that's pretty hard hitting, that one, isn't it? Dave, how do you interpret your card?
So disappointment. This is not going to work out how Netanyahu wants, right? Something is not, it's just not going to work out. That's my interpretation. And if I close my eyes and I see him going, just a sort of rage pounding anger. I think that he took his chance. I think this is his chance, the big chance to take over and be all powerful. But I think initially maybe it's been somewhat successful, but I don't think that it will continue. Something will thwart him.
Very interesting. The card that I've got the Page of Pentacles here. So again, it can talk, Page is always about messages, always messages about money. But the Page of Pentacles is never big money, folks. Never big money. And I think because there is a groundswell in the world. I think I was watching one channel, but the both of you will know this, are Down Under guests. There'll be big protests in Australia about what's happening in Gaza. And there are many countries now that are saying they want to defund Israel, because this isn't messages about money, but this isn't big money. So I think this is going to be one of the problems for Netanyahu going forward, is that we might find that the funds start getting cut off. Lady G and then Sheila.
Well, I got Precession, and I've never seen this video, so if any of you have seen it, chime in. But it looks like she's looking over that, and it doesn't look like it's going to be something big, productive things. It looks like older buildings and things like that. So I think it's going to go well for him with, rebuilding this.
Yeah. And Sheila, how do you interpret your card?
Well, they're asking what cards I'm using. I'm using my situationals. And the card that I pulled was love. And when I pulled it up, I was like, that's interesting, right? But the information that's coming through is he could not get people to hate them enough.
Yeah.
He cannot get people to just want to destroy them enough. Therefore, they're getting the love that they deserve, and they love to protect them from the world. And I'm hoping that works. Is there an echo? Is it me?
Yeah.
Yeah, there is an echo. Yeah. Do you have your mobile phone on as well, or?
I don't. Sometimes our they will feed back if we have too many people on. All we got to do is just mute and have only one person That usually
That's complicated. Okay.
Sure, no problem. What was I going to say? Oh, my brain just went blank for a minute there. But so, yeah, to summarize, it's not looking that great for Netanyahu. I feel like it's running out of steam and momentum, and I think it's just horrific. It's just horrific. But let's do some Shakespeare. Let's get the Shakespeare on Netanyahu and Dave, because you are our special guest this week. What I'm going to be doing is I'll be flicking through the book with my eyes closed, and you're just going to tell me where to stop. And then that will be the Bard's opinion on Netanyahu. So let me just get to the right place. Okay. So wherever you feel, just tell me to stop.
Stop.
Oh, that was quick. All right. Oh, so this is from As You Like It. This is from As You Like It, and it says, "In civility, thou seemest so empty." Yeah, there's that. "In civility, thou seemest so empty." And then on the next page, which is Henry IV, part 2, "Away, you cut-purse rascal, you filthy bung, away." Yeah. And I think that's how a lot of us feel about this guy. But I think the first one, really does sum him up a lot, actually. "In civility, thou seemest so empty." There's all of this, Netanyahu for years has been like, this country is trying to do this. We need to defend against this. And it's just been the same old wagon wheel for years. But he's very good at presenting himself. He's always well turned out, isn't he, Netanyahu? You never see him out of a suit. You never see him have an off-guard moment. But I just feel he's just cold. Really, really cold. Very, very cold person.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm still hearing a little bit of that. Yeah. What do you reckon that is?
Dave, do you have your microphone on?
Oh, it's stopped now. It's stopped.
Turn it off.
Dave, unplug your microphone. Maybe that'll help, hon. You know how it is when we collaborate, it'll feedback.
Oh, okay, but he's okay. If you switch it off in between, that's all good. Yeah, it was that there. Right. Are we ready for the next question? Yeah. Are we ready for the next question, folks? Yeah, cool. All right. Well, gosh, big donation here. What's this? Someone's saying, Kathleen, thank you so much, Kathleen. Guys, this come out today that Felon 47 is trying to remove clauses from the US Constitution. Will this move help people to wake up and resist? TY all in advance. Now, we're actually, Kathleen, that is actually one of the questions coming up right now, actually, because we did. That is perfect timing. And thank you so much as well for your donation. And thank you to Cindy L. Okay, so great timing there. So this is coming from Tamara Camp. And she's done all capitals. Just so you know, Tamara, you don't have to do all capitals, but nonetheless, we're there. All right. She says, "Hi, Hoagie and marvelous mystics," she says. "As you may know, the US Library of Congress just reported a computer glitch that deleted the 8th and 9th sections of the first article of the Declaration of Independence. These pertained to habeas corpus. Has this accident, happened elsewhere in our Constitution? Or was this a test run or other accidental deletions?" On this, we're going to do a full card pull because I think it's very, very important. And whose turn is it to go first? Oh,
I think it's Dave's.
That's it. Thank you. So full card pull. So Dave, that for you could be 2 cards, 3 cards, whatever you feel.
Or no cards if you just want to.
Yeah, or no cards. Yeah.
So say the question again, if you don't mind.
No problem. I'll read it again. So they say, hi, Hoagie and marvelous mystics. As you may know, the US Library of Congress just reported a computer glitch that deleted the 8th and 9th sections of the first article of the Declaration of Independence. These pertained to habeas corpus. Has this accident happened elsewhere in our Constitution, or was this a test run or other accidental deletions? Yep.
Wow.
Yeah.
You go then.
I don't think it was accidental.
No.
It's just a little, it fits right in with a pattern of tricky business, I am seeing now someone kind of mischievous looking younger person. He looks like Nick Fuentes. And it's a little bit like, well, let's see if this works. Worst case scenario, it'll piss off the libs, and how much fun is that, right? It is not necessarily attempted. No one at this point necessarily believes that it will be successful in deleting these from the Constitution. We have other copies, but they do know that this is a great distraction. This is going to distract people from the real issues at hand, and that's what I feel like it is. Not an accident. A sort of a problem that is not real, and it is so simple to do. It is so simple to manipulate. I feel like they are there in the White House. All they do all day is think of new ways to manipulate, new ways to distract, new ways to create drama to cover up what's really going on.
Yeah, I would have to agree with you. I just want to say a thank you as well to Susan Roletta, much appreciated. And we have 2,361 of you joining us here right now. And in unusual fashion, I normally always have to go last. I'm second on this one.
I know, this is new.
Can I add something just a little bit to the thing? Is that there's no verified information out there about this, so I don't know if that helps what's going on either. There's no verified information that this
good. Okay, so it's not verified. So okay, so let's look at
it would take 2/3 of Congress to change anything in the Constitution.
Oh, it used to. It used to.
Yeah, do that.
Indeed. All right, so let's so with my cards, I think in when we're reading on this, I'm just getting the flavor of what the GOP are trying to do and their cohorts. Straight away, the card that comes straight out of the deck is the 10 of Swords. This is straight up and down betrayal. They're trying to end something, and when you see what the last card is in my spread, you'll see what is that they're trying to end. But we all know they're trying to end something. This is also the card of betrayal, stabbing in the back. They say, oh, it's an accident if this really turns out to be valid. But of course, it's not. I think this is just talking about the wider climate of democracy. You've also had in Texas, they're kind of blatantly wanting to add extra seats. It's just ridiculous. This is just ridiculous. They need to be dragged away in chains. How has it come to this where this is in any way acceptable? It's just naked. Where it's like for me, it's like American Werewolf in London. Has anyone seen that film?
Yes,
I remember in the 80s. And I just feel like it's like, the jaws all coming out like the hands. Do you remember? It was all. It's just gross. It's just gross. It's obvious what they're trying to do. They're trying to kill democracy. All right, next card. 9 of Pentacles comes out reversed, This card is the card for me of the luxury and the billionaires. And when this card is reversed, this can really talk about, look, this lady here, the Nine of Pentacles, the traditional interpretation, she has everything that she needs. But the shadow of this card is vanity and being bought. This card can also be a courtesan or a prostitute, particularly when it's reversed.
Yeah.
These people are just prostitutes to power and money. It's all they want. They don't care about anything else. Yeah. If we look here, here's them working very hard to try and overturn democracy and the Constitution. It's like you said, Dave, it's like each day they try and cook up something more nefarious to come up with. It's just ridiculous. If we look here, we have the Page of Wands, which is all talking about messaging as well, messages. I think this is them going with the rhetoric and just constantly trying to speak and do things that are outrageous, particularly against what? The King of Cups, which we all know has also come to represent democracy itself. This is really what they're trying to end. Yeah, when you look at the first cards and the last cards, it is about attacking the rule of law and democracy. And these people, they are so crooked, they're all bought and sold. I'll leave it there. Lady G.
Oh my goodness. So the reading's about, the first thing is the new action that they just put out there that has to do with information, has to do with truth, and it's what they're trying to birth in America. So we can see where this is going already. So the energy coming into it is what they're trying to feed us with things up in the air, put things up in the air when it comes to their long-term wanting to control. So what we have going on now, we have, of course, the White House. Always Trump has got to be in there, and what they're trying to work on. And so, yeah, they had this person do this action. But the challenge is to end things, to end the Constitution, okay, going forward, because they want a victory. But the potential outcome, it's about their greed of the Republicans and their life path, their choices they're making. So, yeah, you know, this is trying to instigate something to begin with to take over power and get rid of the Constitution. Absolutely.
Yeah, makes sense, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Sheila, you have the honor of going last. What cards do you have, my dear?
Oh, Lord have mercy on all of this. Well, not only does the Congress have to do 2/3, the states also have to do 2/3, just to remind you that it's such an egregious, high bar process that cheating is the only option for the Republicans on this. And I do see them very happy at taking it down.
Oh,
I got the 3 of Cups and homicide for entertainment purposes only. Nobody's gonna die, nobody's hurting, but they are literally trying to kill it. They're very, very happy every time something breaks down, something goes down. I also got the 6 of Pentacles where it says being paid your worth, and balance and in between. But I got abuse and neglect. They put people in there that have no idea what to do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? No idea. And that's their game. That is exactly what they want, the blindness. It reminds me all the way back from one of my first readings with you guys, is they want it all to quiet down. They don't want nobody to know. They don't want nobody to know how to do their job. They don't want nobody to be looking at nothing and doing a good job. So they have to have that process of abuse and neglect. I also got the 7 of Cups, which again is delusion, right? All of those stuff like that of cheating and this, that, and the other, but they're trapped. They really are trying to do what they need to do, but sometimes they just come across some real good barriers, just like this one is a barrier for them. But so what they do is they have the Six of Wands, that public recognition, and they want to make sure you guys think it's an accident, right? They spin it any way they want. They lie, public recognition. So another thing, they really are trying to move the needle off of the Epstein files, and they're doing it with the most and the worst things that they can do. Destroying the Constitution or deleting something, that would put us all in a tailspin, right? So they're negotiating the crush of the United States with each other. They are power hungry.
Gosh.
So,
and actually, I made a little brilliant. Thank you so much, Sheila, for that reading. I made a little mistake. Of course, Lena is going last in this one because Dave started first. You see, I'm so used
I kind of like this format.
So, Lena, what do you have? What cards do you have?
Well, the Constitution is in trouble. Here's the legal card. And out in the cold. Because basically, the middle courts are doing their job, but it gets to the Supreme Court. Can America trust this Supreme Court to throw themselves on the floor to defend the Constitution? I don't think so anymore. Right? This is a real problem. Every issue comes back to the Supreme Court. And while it's corrupt and filthy, the country is in trouble with this. They'll do anything. The card of ruthlessness, the Five of Swords, to kill democracy. The Constitution is the route to killing democracy. The Death card. So Supreme Court is the key to the nation surviving or not.
God, oh my goodness. I knew we had to do a full card pull on that. I'm sorry, guys, that was so grim, but you could see the correlation between the cards. Is the energy was very, very similar, and it was full card pulls each, and it was all pretty much adding up to the same thing. They just want to just strangle it in the crib, don't they? They are pathological, crazy psychopaths, these people.
I'd just like to add something quickly there. Because the problem is the Supreme Court, and we all know the answer in our hearts isn't to just add, if Dems get back in the midterms, up to add. But they can get rid of Thomas and Alito via impeachment, and Sheldon Whitehouse has done the work. He spent 5 years proving their corruption. Yes, so the next Dem in power can use that work, impeach those two, and replace those two. So there is still a pathway, but it's not done. I don't know if it's even been done before, but it is possible. And in fact, I think the only way is to impeach the two of them.
Wow. Yeah,
I agree. Yeah, it's the only way. They will always side with the fascists. They will always do that. I think these people really believe that they're, following, the godly path. They don't believe in democracy. They believe in a Christian nationalist universe, and they think that they are the superior ones that are going to dictate that. Yeah, it's incredible that we live in this time.
Yeah, it's remarkable, isn't it? It's remarkable. I just want to say some quick thank yous. Thank you so much, Sandy.
Thanks, Sandy.
And thank you so much, Susie Spirit. Much
Susie.
Appreciated. Oh, well, and at the moment we have 2,537 of you with us live right now. So much appreciated. Thank you so much for your questions. Thank you so much for joining us and spending your time here with us in these extraordinary times. As you guys know, I said, listen, we're going to have to buckle up. Once we reach that, that March 29th, that big eclipse and everything. And I said, it's going to be this big reality check, the rude awakening. And it's even more ugly and hideous than I thought it would be. But we got to keep going, and don't forget as well, like protest and the voting, midterms, all of that stuff. The tide is turning, at least against Trump it is anyway. His approval ratings are very low, and he is obviously freaking out about it. In fact, the next question Two people asked the same question in a slightly different way. We're going to be talking about this proposed ballroom. Yeah, I mean,
the $200 million ballroom.
It's just, you just run out of words, isn't it? You just run out of words. I think didn't they just burn 500 tons worth of food or something like that the other day?
Yep.
And now it's talking about this ballroom. So he's people are
claiming that he's paying for it all.
Rubbish.
I know it's a lie. It's a blatant lie. But he's did you guys see where he was on top of the roof?
On the roof. I mean,
on the roof.
Just roaming on the roof of the White House.
Oh my God!
Unbelievable.
You know. I mean, maybe they should call it "Cat on a Hot Tin Roof" because this is really what Trump is up to. Because it emerged today, apparently, that they went to Epstein's New York flat, and there was revealed Trump, Ghislaine, Melania, and Epstein all together in a cozy photo. So obviously he's gone, shit. What am I going to do?
Steve Bannon was also on that mantle.
Oh, really?
Yes, Steve Bannon was in one of those pictures. So apparently Steve Bannon and him are close. Maybe we should read on that. Are closer than what they're lying about. Because he had a picture on his mantle about that.
Indeed, that is a very good point, actually. So in fact, that's a very good point. Let's see if we can squeeze it in. Yeah, I think we've got time. Let me just do. So we got the ballroom. So we're going to be reading on that, and let's do Steve Bannon, Epstein. One card.
I kept them yelling, jump.
Oh yeah, exactly. All right, so two people asking same question. Similar questions. So Nodis said, the secret ballroom, what nefarious thing is intended there? I'm not so sure how nefarious it is. I think it's just grotesque, obviously, that he wants to do it. And then Nick Minks again says, one more, please do cards on the White House ballroom. Going for a tower moment. Can't help but think this means he's not planning on leaving anytime soon. Wonder when the 5 gold letters go up on the balcony, confirming it's now part of his personal portfolio. So let's read on that one card pull. And what is the energy behind this? Is this just vanity on Trump's part? Let's just do a one card pull.
Is it possible to tweak it? I'd like to know do MAGA know about the ballroom? Does that turn up in their echo chamber or not?
I do know what they say. About it.
Go for it, Sheila.
So what they said about it was, why are they complaining? Trump wants to make a contribution to this country and leave his legacy and build a whole new thing. That's what they're saying.
Thank you for letting me know what it's.
Yeah, he wants to leave his legacy and give that to the American people. Why are they complaining? Yep.
Oh, God. Are we back to one cards?
Yeah, back to one cards. There are sometimes, I just watch what's going on. And I just want to open up my, my kitchen window and just howl into the night.
Do you mean you don't do that?
I think I might have to start.
How else can you survive?
To go,
we have to do something
at the top of my lungs. It's just so unbelievable.
We're freezing. Apparently, we're freezing Dave out. He had to put his parka on.
No, me, I had a blanket on.
You notice Lena's got a blanket on. Yeah. Y'all think Australia's a desert. It's not. It's really cold. And they have very cold houses.
Dave, do you remember that video we did in Spain? And it was so cold, our fingers were falling off. It was...
Bless. All right, so one.
You guys are killing me because I'm over here in 100-degree weather.
Yeah.
With coats on.
So bizarre.
And I've got my fan on as well. I've got my fan on to stay cool. Sorry, just to rub it in. All right, so one card pull. Trump Ballroom Horror. Let's just read on that, and then we're going to do a one card pull on Steve Bannon, which was an unexpected but juicy extra. Okay, after 3. 1, 2, 3. Oh.
Ooh.
So wait, Dave went first last time. That means I've got to go first.
Yeah, go Hoagie.
Oh my goodness. Oh. All right. What I get here, this is funny. Look, he gets temperance. He doesn't bloody deserve temperance at all. He absolutely doesn't deserve that. But really, what is this about? This is Trump trying to what? Rebalance, recalibrate, obfuscate. And this is the part of him. Even he knows he doesn't have much long left for this earth. So believe it or not, this is kind of like his mark and legacy that he wants to leave. I'm not seeing necessarily anything particularly sinister with this card. I think this is him just trying to balance things out and just put a bit more bling. I think it would all be covered in gold, of course. And I think it'd be some kind of glass dome, kind of Disneyland kind of style. But I think this is Trump just, having a go, trying to leave some kind of legacy just in case he doesn't make it. Lady G.
Well, it's all ego. He's being driven by the mind, his drama. And that's what makes him big king, is to have this big ballroom looking like Kremlin West. He's trying to look like Kremlin West, as good as what Putin's got over there. So, this is what's driving him.
You're right. Yeah. Sheila, how do you interpret your card?
Well, I got man-made disaster. So he doesn't like to pay his contractors.
Yeah, right.
And if he's claiming that it's coming out of his own money, no materials are going to be of any. It's going to be a man-made disaster. In fact, I just don't see it. I honestly don't see it getting off the ground. I honestly don't see it really coming to fruition. I mean, they may bring some boards here and there, but I don't know. I don't see it really starting.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Oh, there's that.
Lena, how do you interpret your card, and what is it?
See this on the camera. It looks like him. Look at this. The night has 1,000 eyes. But look at that face.
That is so
I've never seen that card before. Look at that. So I agree with Sheila. My vibe is it might get started, but it won't actually get finished. What are they going to do in a ballroom with him doing bad YMCA moves? It's like they're being looked at by everyone, and hopefully MAGA will realise he's burning through their money, America's money. He never pays for anything.
Gosh. And did Dave go? Sorry, Dave, it's your turn. Good. Okay, it's your turn. Go for it, Dave.
I got the debauchery card. Right? Upside down. Right? So it pretty much confirms what everybody said. Right? What the heck are we doing spending $200 million? I mean, supposedly it's coming from donation. How about donate to the national debt and pay it off? And it's just incredible that these, captains of industry who are always telling us how we need to reduce this spending. There's a $3 trillion debt attached. It's just stunning how they really do get away with it to some degree. But I feel your energy there, you guys. I think that it's not going to be completed. And it feels like it's just gonna, at some point, Trump's trying to do what he knows how to do, which is build things. Of course, he doesn't really build anything, but he just motivates people to build things and then doesn't pay them, right? So I feel like that he's trying to do what he knows how to do because he doesn't know what else to do.
That would make sense too.
Yeah, and it's not going to work. It'll work for a distraction for a while, and then he'll try to move on to another distraction. But these are less effective. What I find really interesting is his distractions aren't working very well now.
Oh, yeah. And thanks for mentioning that, because as you guys know, I mean, I had one of my dreams about Trump, and it just looks like he's running out of road. But also as well, astrologically, this is actually a bit of a dicey time for him, because he's got Saturn going through the 8th, and Saturn is kind of relentless. He doesn't give up. And we've all got Saturn, like wherever Saturn is, it's now in sidereal Pisces. Whatever house that comes under, Saturn is grinding through. For some people it's better, for some people it's more difficult. But for the Leo risings, it's quite a tough one. Yeah, Saturn in the 8th is a lot of accountability and is literally in bed with Neptune. Neptune is the planet of what? Scandals, secret scandals. It's like sometimes the flood comes through the floor. Do you know what I mean? You know, like that. Sometimes it comes up through the floor, and I just feel like the establishment want done with Trump, and this is why these stories aren't going as well. As much as they're doing the whack-a-mole, I just think it's not quite working. Let's throw in that Steve Bannon question. So this is a one-card pull, and I will scotch one of the other ones, which is another one about Trump, because the last one I think is very intriguing. So one-card pull, Steve Bannon Epstein. What is there? I want to see what you guys get. And Lady G will be going first on this one. Steve Bannon Epstein. Oh, it's all so sordid.
Isn't it, Susan?
Because they were all at the parties. That's why nothing's happening, really, because there's too many people implicated. Epstein, Steve Bannon Epstein. All right. So after 3. 1, 2, 3. Ooh. So Lady G, how do you interpret your card, and what is it?
It's the Tarot Noir, and it's like the 10 of it's the burden, odds against tomorrow.
Oh.
And what's underneath of it all, driving it, is the force of evil. So, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Says it all, doesn't it? Gosh. Sheila, how do you interpret your card?
Well, here's a weird thing. There was 2 cards stuck together. When I bring it up, the other one let loose. So the first one up was power supply, which Bannon would be a power supply to him, a friend, this, the other, whatever he was getting from. You ready for the second one that was stuck?
Affair.
Affair.
How interesting.
Are we tapping into a savory relationship? Dave's like, yeah, I felt that one along. I saw that coming. But look at that. So power supply and affair. I wonder he's on his mantle.
or as well, what it could be is that Epstein has supplied a lot of people. It means as well that obviously whatever relationships the warthog was in, he supplied the affairs. Oh,
yep, he
Lena.
was a supplier also.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, the Emperor card on the stone throne. This is emblematic of patriarchy in all its forms, and so you've got all these alpha men and their domineering behaviours represented here. So it's not surprising that Bannon's now in the mix, because they secretly admired Epstein because he had the lifestyle they all wanted, you know. So this is my card for patriarchy full on.
Wow. Dave, how do you interpret your card?
So again, it's oppression. I did get it upside down, right? Now, I'm not a master card or tarot card reader, so I just kind of go on my feelings with this. I swear to God, I see a frame on a wall and Steve Bannon in it, and it it just gives you the feeling like he knew everything about it. He was completely part of it. He participated. I can see just like the most decadent scenes out of, the most, La Dolce Vita kind of movie of those guys carrying on. It just makes you think, first of all, oppression. What did these young people go through that they got roped into this, nest of vipers? It's horrific. It's horrifically oppressive. It is bringing this to the surface. This behavior goes on all the time. And I just always think, like, what is it about power that drives people to go into decadence, to go beyond, to do things they know they are not supposed to do? It's almost like in their minds they become gods and everything is justified. But it's just so symbolic of who Bannon is that he would endorse this. He would be part of it. Absolutely.
Yeah. It's a really good point. And wow, the time has gone so quickly. We'll try and squeeze in one more. We'll just be super quick. My one here. Look, we've got what is this? This is the Four of Cups. Yeah, not liking the options on the table. I think this is describing just the conundrum that Steve Bannon finds himself in, because on one hand he has to be like, release the Epstein files, but oh dear, I hope they don't find that picture of me on the mantelpiece. Yeah, so it's like, because he knows the base which they've been ginnying up for years and years and years, like legitimately, like, what the hell is going on? He's been conspiracy theorist extraordinaire, and it's like he's led the peasants to Count Dracula's castle.
Yes, that's exactly what it was.
Oops, they're banging on my door too because I'm in the basement next door. Do you know what I mean? And it's this kind of, it's like they're trying to balance out the peasants' revolt. That's the sense when I get with Steve Bannon. They're like, oh God, the peasants and the pitchforks, make sure that they run this way, leave my manor house alone. And it's like, well, you were having dinner together and assignations for decades. It's so corrupt. Can you believe the time has gone in the flash? I think we probably should leave it there, actually. I think that was a good place to finish.
A lot of people wanting to know if you were willing to do the barb on Steve Bannon.
Oh, on Steve Bannon. Yes.
Oh,
all right.
Yes, has to be done.
Let's do that. So Dave obviously went. Who was the last one to do the bard? Can you remember, ladies? I think it was in that case.
Sheila.
Yes, actually, Sheila. I think it is you. Actually, I think it is you. All right. All right. This is the bard on Steve Bannon, and that will close the show. Who I call the warthog.
Or stop.
This is interesting. Oh, wow. Okay, this is the bard never fails. We've never seen this page before. Listen to this. This is from All Is Well That Ends Well, and the one after this from Love's Labels Lost is even more. So All's Well That Ends Well. The bard on Steve Bannon says, he did love her, sir, as a gentleman loves a woman. He loved her, sir, and love her not. Ooh.
Creepy.
I know. Creepy. And then the next one, which is Love's Labours Lost, says, such is the simplicity of man to hearken after the flesh. Yeah, he's part of it. He's part of it. Absolutely.
And I haven't thought of him before in this context.
Me neither. Yeah. I think we had another Pam Bondi moment. Do you remember we were like, oh, Pam Bondi? And then it was like, Bannon is part of it.
Ghislaine. Maybe he was in love with Ghislaine.
Maybe. Think about it.
That's the affair.
Yeah, maybe that's the affair. Look, sir, as a gentleman loves a woman, He love her, sir, and lover her not. Sorry, I forgot to say that. So was this some kind of unrequited love? Where, because, you know, he's not an attractive man. He's intelligent, I'll give him that. But beauty is not his strong point. And then such is the simplicity of man to hearken after the flesh. Yeah, he was part of it, folks.
Wow.
Wow. Right. We will leave it there, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us. You had 2,883 of you joining us.
That is so cool, guys. Thank you.
It's amazing.
Wow.
Thank you so much as well for your kind donations. Thank you, Susie. Thank you,
Nimir.
And thank you, Elvilla, very much for that. Please, of course, be sure to like and subscribe. It really does help the channel. Guests, thank you so much. We managed to make it through with a 5. It does make it smaller. It might be a one-off, guys. It might be a one-off, but you never know. We may do it again in the future. I just want to thank all of you for fabulous reads. And again, those one-card pulls, Steve Bannon, that wasn't planned. No, he's in the mix. Oh, yeah, how revolting.
He didn't cross my mind in that context.
Yeah, he's hideous. He's hideous. Anyway, we will leave it there. Thank you so much for everyone for joining us. And we will see you next week. Yeah. And thank you, Dave, as well, for joining us. A pleasure.
My pleasure too.
No problem. Bye-bye, everyone. Bye-bye.
Thanks, Murph.